All right, week 17 in the National Football League. Dexter Reed, World of Matchup, Spencer the Wiz on the other side with Blue Milk Boys Gaming, bringing the heat for our best bets this week. I'm hot. I'm back. I'm finishing the year out strong. Winners of my last two. And I got another tasty morsel for y'all out there. The Washington Commanders at home hosting the Cleveland Browns. Washington is minus 1.5. Cleveland is horrendous. I am taking Washington. It's that game should be even more than that. Deshaun Watson has looked really bad. He's looked really bad coming back. He looks out of sorts. That's a team that lost last week in their own building to Andy Dalton and the Saints, who are putrid. Putrid. Chase Young is back. Look, the NFC East might have every team in that division go to the playoffs. Now, the one thing that concerns me about this game is that Carson Wentz will now be starting yet again, fully healthy. Taylor Heineke shit the bed last week. Ron Rivera has had enough. I mean, Heineke's a good dude, but he's just a backup. My concerns with him is kind of like the whole Zach, Wilson, Mike White situation where the locker room wants Heineke. They don't want Wentz. Wentz is cancer. No one wants Wentz. Nobody. Wentz gets passed around in this league like a blunt. No one wants him, but they're paying him. And let's be honest, he's better than Heineke, so they're going to start him, and they're going to hope that they can find their way into the playoffs. They're 7-7. Washington's played really well of late. They're home. They've got a decent home crowd. I mean, Cleveland is horrendous. Nick Chubb is banged up. He's going to gut out for the next 2 weeks. What are they playing for in Cleveland? Seriously, what are they playing for? Jahan Dotson is emerging. McLaurin is solid. They've got Pro Bowlers on that team. They're a decent team. If they can just get that D-line intact, they should be good to go here. Tressway, they got great special teams. They're a good team. Believe it or not, the Commanders they're a good team. They're a 500 ball club that could find their way into being better than 500 and be in the playoffs. Why can't they not cover 1.5 at home to a horrendous Cleveland ball club? There's nobody on earth that can give me that answer. The only person on Cleveland I really worry about is Njoku. Amari Cooper's been awful. They don't even give Njoku the ball. I mean, Deshaun Watson's been bad, y'all. Why is no one talking about this, Spencer? He comes back. He's done nothing but shit the bed. Every single game he's been. Has he even won? Dude, he stinks. He stinks. Have they won a game with him at quarterback yet?
Yeah, they won his first game.
One.
It was like a gross
game.
The
Houston game, of course. You and me could go suit up and beat Houston. He's been horrible. Let's stop giving these guys passes in the NFL, guys. These guys stink. Deshaun Watson is awful, and that Commanders defense is stout. You saw what the Commanders did when they went into the Monday night game with the Eagles and they pushed their shit in. They mopped the floor with the Eagles. The Eagles are supposedly the best team in the National Football League. Dude, this team is now better because they're healthier. They're healthier. I don't trust Cleveland to beat anybody. I don't trust Cleveland in a bowl game right now. That team is horrendous. They're so bad. And the linchpin of their team is not 100%. I'm taking the Commanders all day, every day, twice on Sunday. You can have that 1.5 points because they're winning this game by a touchdown. Yes, I said it. I've been hot lately. I'm on fire. I'm feeling good, and I'm going out, and I'm ending 2022 with a bang, and then we're going to go into 2023, and we're going to start that shit up, and we're going to make even more money. Don't be scared. Commanders all day, every day. Let's roll. Who's your best bet?
Yeah, man, with your game, the only thing that could stop you is one guy. His name's Carson Wentz. So we'll see.
They're gonna run Brian Robinson into the ground.
This is a guy who lost the Washington Commanders a game this year on the 1-yard line. He had 4 times to do it. I mean, I will never forget that game.
There's 2 reasons why I hear you, but I disagree with you. Number one is the emergence of Jahan Dotson. Folks, remember this name. You heard it here first. I'm giving you a chip for fantasy next year, okay? If you're out of it, go pick this guy up in Dynasty. Jahan Dotson is going to be an absolute stud. They actually have given Terry McLaurin some help. It's their best draft pick. He scored in the last 3 games. He is solid. Number 2, Antonio Gibson is out. He's hurt. This is finally not a shared backfield. And let's be honest, Brian Robinson's the better player. I don't care that he got shot this year. This guy's got Wolverine's blood in his system. He is the better player. He's going to get the complement of touches. Ron Rivera knows Carson Wentz sucks, but he knows Heineke sucks too. So what did they do? They run the football. Is Cleveland's run defense that good? I fear none of them outside of Myles Garrett, and he can only be at one place at one time. This is what's going to be a resounding Commanders W. I'm telling you. I feel really good about this one, and I feel really good about the last couple ones. And what has happened? They've all come to fruition. Negro Damas has spoken. You heard it here first. Don't be scared to lay it. It's only 1.5.
I'm taking Washington on a pleaser ticket. Then you've convinced me so much, and Derek Carr is going to look even better in a Washington uniform.
Deshaun Watson is black Derek Carr.
Yeah. Speaking of those guys, I don't even know about this best bet. I just needed to talk about this.
You're crazy.
I'm going to take the Raiders plus 9.5 against the 49ers. Look, Jarrett Stidham, we're going to see what Josh McDaniels is all about, because if anybody can run this guy's offense however he wants to, and I think that Josh McDaniels has a pretty decent scheme schematically. Now, here's the thing, right? Because there's so much to talk about with all this. I think Josh McDaniels has a great offensive scheme. I think he's a good schemer, and that's a huge, important skill in the NFL. If you can't scheme, you can't be an NFL head coach for a long time, period. Look at the Giants last year, the coach they had last year, special teams coach, Matt Patricia, all these guys don't come in ready with the scheme. I've seen enough this year from Josh McDaniels and say this guy has a solid scheme. This guy can scheme winning football games. Now, his biggest weakness this year has been his decisions in games. I can live with bad decisions in games because you can change those things about you. You can't learn a new NFL scheme over the course of a summer. There's just not enough time. You got to have that in your bag. So I think that he can go back and say, I shouldn't have gone for 2 against the Chiefs. I shouldn't have done this. I shouldn't have done this. Those are the things you can clean up. Everyone is so dramatic about Josh McDaniels, and we talked about it earlier. Oh, Mike McDaniels is a genius. Josh McDaniels is the worst coach ever, and yet they're 1 win apart. So clearly everyone's just overreacting, and all of it leads up to this Derek Carr getting benched. Man, I bet you Eli Manning wished he had 10% of the respect that Raiders fans give to Derek Carr, because this guy's done nothing. He's done nothing over 9 years. No playoff wins.
Derek Carr sucks.
Twice. He's shown up to 1 of the games. Come on, man. This guy doesn't deserve the Hall of Fame treatment that these guys
You're preaching to the choir. I've been telling you for years.
Drives me crazy.
Guys, go back on YouTube and just open any World of Matchups video from last year. I promise you, and every single week I've said something to this effect. All you Raider fans are delusional. Derek Carr has never been good. The only reason he's got fourth quarter comebacks is because his defense has been shit his entire career. And I know the excuses, head coaches, carousel, blah, blah, blah. When you need somebody to happen, this was his year. This was the no excuses year. Even Rob the Raider, who has been a Derek Carr truther as long as I've known him, was like, I'm done with Carr. Bro, Carr sucks. Guys, it is what it is. He's been horrible. And I hate to say I told you so, but I told you so. He's a nice guy, but he is terrible at football, period.
They're going to trade him. They're going to trade him. There's too many desperate teams. The Colts,
Jets.
Washington, Jets, Patriots, all these teams, Miami, maybe, all of these teams need a quarterback too badly. Someone's going to give up something for him. They're going to get off his contract, and if they can't, they cut him, and it's no skin off the Raiders' back. It's only a few $1 million, something that they could easily eat. The guy's not going to be on the Raiders next year. In comes Jarrett Stidham. I don't think he's the future of this team, but like I said, I think he's going to play a competent football game.
Never had an NFL start versus the best defense in the National Football League.
But it's not like this guy's in a carousel. He's played for 5 different teams in his first 4 years. He's been with the same offensive coordinator his entire career.
Deer and headlights tomorrow.
He's got some of the best offensive weapons in the NFL. I'm not saying they're going to win this game. I think
they're going to get murdered, Spencer.
We'll
They're going to get murdered.
We will
Nick
see.
Bosa meet Jarrett Stidham. Scoop and score. Pick 6. It's going to be so ugly in Las Vegas tomorrow.
We're going to see. We're going to see. I like the Raiders plus 9.5.
Devontae Adams is pissed. Josh Jacobs can't wait to leave Las Vegas. This is going to be a resounding beatdown of the highest order. 9.5 ain't enough.
The team rallies behind Jarrett Stidham. I say they cover the 9.5 points, and they go into week 18 feeling pretty good about themselves at home, ready for next season.
You guys want to lose money today? Listen to what Spencer's saying right now. The Raiders.
Taking a pleaser, the Commanders and the Raiders in this.
Have you noticed that the weather in Las Vegas the last couple of days has been like really overcast and looking like it wants? That's the Raiders right there. That's why. There's a autumn
black
wind.
clouds coming to Vegas to take over.
That's the Raiders. Okay, that's exactly why that is happening.
We will see what happens on Sunday. Then we'll see.
Best bets week 17. Dexter Reed, Spencer the Wiz. Listen, you guys, we appreciate the support. You know, we kind of went from the studio to kind of doing it in the house this year, and I kind of have really enjoyed it. It seems more personable. Maybe we'll get back in the studio. Maybe we won't. We'll see what happens. Studio allows us to do some other things, but this has been fun, man. And so we appreciate the support. If you like talking football, shout us out, like, subscribe, keep it going. We're always going to do this. This is just kind of what we do. This is what makes me and Spencer happy. I can't think of anything better to do on Saturday morning than to talk shit with Spencer about football. So, Happy New Year. Happy New Year, you guys. No drinking, no driving. Please be safe out there wherever you are. Here it's amateur hour here in Las Vegas, Spencer. You know that. I'm working and going to bed, eat a slice of pizza and going to bed. It's just another day. New year, new me, bullshit. Same year, same Dexter. Right? That's how I get down. Enjoy the games tomorrow. Please, whatever you do, if you have a praying bone in your body, pray for me and Spencer to win these championships because I need a vacation. Good luck, Spencer. I'll talk to you later, man. Hopefully I'm sending you some money tomorrow night.
All right. See you guys.